Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pokemon Colosseum. Who saw that one coming? I don't know, but this does probably raise some questions I do want to address before we actually start on anything in this Let's Play. But we are going to press start, just to get off the title screen, I guess. We don't want to spoil anything, do we? No, of course not. We're going to sit on the options menu. Look at these nice options. Anyway, so might be like, huh? Why are we playing this game? We just got done with doing some side stuff, and then I thought Generation 3 was up next. It is. This is Generation 3. So it's like, why this game first? Question mark. So this is technically a side game. Pokemon Colosseum, and then later on Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness. Both of those are technically side games and not core series games. However, they do have single player stories, and they're very fun and interesting. And in a sense, they're kind of sort of required for 100% completion if you ignore events, mainly because events aren't a thing anymore. And so if you want to, as legitimately as possible, complete the national decks in Generation 3 in the current day, you're going to need Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness. So that's part of it. Most of it, though, is that I think this game's fun, and because it's somewhat tied into 100%, and because it exists. You know what? Why do I explain this to you? We're doing it. That's the point. But I might hear you ask, why are we doing this first? That's a fair question. Basically, because there's a lot of different games in Gen 3, unlike the previous generations where it was like, oh, you just play this one game and then you're done. There's quite a few games in Generation 3 that we're gonna have to play, and I decided that I'm gonna play them in the order of their release date. And yes, Ruby and Sapphire came out before this game. However, we're not playing Ruby or Sapphire, we're playing Emerald, and Emerald did not come out until after this game. So that's the main dealio for why we're playing this right now, playing this first. And since this is now our first Generation 3 game, there's going to be some stuff that I'm going to explain as if you don't know anything about Generation 3. But it'll be fine. There's also this kind of neat thing where most of the Pokemon in this game are Generation 2 Pokemon. And in fact, there's only 8 Generation 3 evolutionary lines in the entire game. So it's kind of it makes for a nice, interesting transition where it's we're still using familiar Gen 2 Pokemon. We get a little bit of sprinkling of Gen 3 mechanics and some of the new Pokemon, and that's really it. So yeah, you can figure out the rest from there. That all said and done, I want to make mention of why, as a 100%, if you want to complete the national decks for Generation 3, you need this game. If you're not doing events, Colosseum is the only way to get Ho-Oh. And to do that, you have to 100% the game. It's not easy, and it's not particularly fun, especially if you don't like this game. But you're stuck with it, unless you want to do some voodoo magic to get an event ticket or something of that similar nature. Thankfully, though, if you want to, quote-unquote, complete the Pokedex in, Emerald, for example, and you want to do it to the game standards, the game will reward you the diploma without Ho-Oh. So you don't actually need Ho-Oh, if that's all you're after. Thank God. Also, Lugia is exclusive to XD Gale Darkness. Just thought I'd mention that. And then there's also like Celebi and Jirachi, which need the Japanese and English bonus discs for this game, respectively. Unless you're in Europe. And then Jirachi you can get from Pokemon Channel. I don't know why you would have Pokemon Channel, but if you do, then that's kind of epic, actually. Yeah. There's one other small caveat. If your battery and your Ruby Sapphire Emerald copy has died, and you really don't want to like replace it, then your only option for getting time-based anything is to play this game. And I'm not joking about that, because Fire Red and Leaf Green do not have the ability to allow you to evolve Espeon and Umbreon, because those are time-based. I know, it's kind of stupid. So yeah, if you want to get Espeon and Umbreon, and you don't want to replace your battery if it's died, you have to get it from here. And if you want to evolve the Snorunt line, or get the Snorunt line in general, probably also got to get it from XD. There's a lot of like ifs and ands, and it's not fun, but that's enough with the preamble. Let's go ahead and just like enjoy this opening cutscene for the new game. Yeah, we can delete the file. It's fine. Yeah. Oh, we get to choose our name. Well, the actual name of this character, the canon name, and we do canon names around here, is Wes. So we're choosing Wes. Yeah. And here we are. Yeah, this game is very different from the normal Pokemon game. We have this character as our main character. We have the whole like we just ran away from the bad guy's base right at the beginning of the game. It exploded it. I went to the map by accident. Well, let's tell you where we're at the very least. We're at Outskirts Stand, a lonely gasoline stand in a desolate desert. Travelers visit it on their journeys. Anyway, can we see our bike thing? I don't think we can, actually. I don't know what that bike thing actually is, but let's just go ahead and go in there. Whoa, we sure prigged out, eh? I love chowing down after a job. It adds to the flavor, I swear. Yeah, and we bagged ourselves a great big catch, too. Boss will be sure to fix us up good with big rewards, too. It doesn't get any better than this. Cool. I guess, why not? Let's go ahead and go inside. Forget those guys. I want their cool, like, hovering car, but... Oh. Breaking news. Authorities have made a stunning announcement on the mysterious building that exploded in Echo Canyon. It was Team Snag'em's hideout. Team Snag'em is a gang of Pokemon abductors who have already been marked for arrest. The hideout was discovered only as a result of the explosion. By the time police arrived, the ruined building had already been abandoned. The cause of the explosion is under investigation. It should become apparent eventually. Weird, right, guys? I wonder who that was. Yo, dude. You know, I don't quite understand what happened, but having your hideout blow up on you? Crime doesn't pay, I guess. I live a crime-free life, so nothing's gonna blow up on me. You keep telling yourself that. Does this repeat the news story? Yeah, it does. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Thank you. There's no forgiving that Team Snag'em. They don't deserve it. Not when they steal Pokemon from trainers. Why, I'd give a hip hip hooray if they were wiped out with their wrecked hideout. I can't interact with the jukebox. That kind of makes me sad. You're a Pokemon trainer too, aren't you? No? I can tell. And you're good. I can see it in your eyes. I bet your Pokemon are impressive too. If the opportunity ever arises, I'd like to have a battle with you. Though I doubt I'd have any chance of beating you. Oh, we do have Pokemon. Yeah, you actually start with 2 Pokemon in this game. It's kind of epic. I was talking about Umbreon and Espeon earlier, and you actually start with them. In all seriousness, there's a lot that's going to be going on in this status screen that we need to kind of cover, because a lot of stuff is new to Gen 2. So, yeah. One of the first things that you might notice is that the, well, there's this thing called an ability. The Umbreon and the Espeon that we have both have synchronized for their ability, and it passes on status problems. Every Pokemon now has an ability. And these are either... they're mostly passive. They just like take effect all the time. Some of them have like a lot of quirks to them, but anyway, these are a thing. These were vastly needed. Vastly. Like, these shake up the battle system and make it so much better, and I don't know why we ever lived without them. And then on top of that, there's this thing at the bottom. It says lonely nature, and then our Espeon says lax nature. Natures are also a new thing that all Pokemon now have, and they affect your stats. And so, specifically, like, for instance, the lonely nature, it raises attack and it lowers defense. And so there's a nature for every like type of like every combination of increasing and decreasing stats. And so it's like you have stuff that increases attack and lowers defense, increases defense and lowers special attack, and so on and so forth. HP is not included in these stats. It's only attack, defense, special attack, special defense, speed. So any combination of increasing and decreasing all 5 of those, there's a nature for it. And that includes neutral natures, which increase and decrease the same stat, and so it ends up canceling out. And there are 5 of those, 1 for each stat. Long story short, these Pokemon here, I actually want to reset for better natures. I don't really want a lax nature Espeon. It raises defense, lower special defense. No, it's gross. And the only reason that I'm really doing this is because in this game, it's kind of hard. The game itself is kind of hard. And so getting good natures on the starters is easy enough to do. You just reset until you get good natures. So I'm going to do that here in a second, but let's talk to this guy on the stand. Hey, do you know about Team Snag'em? No. They're a bunch of heartless crooks. They rip off Pokemon from trainers without any hesitation. I hear they use something called a snag ball to catch Pokemon from their rightful trainer in battle. I'm guessing that you're a trainer. You best be careful. Oh? I haven't seen your face around these parts. A traveler, huh? Not that it matters any. I don't know where you might have come from, but relax, stick around a while. Okay. I'll be back with better natures. I got good natures. So I ended up with timid on my Umbreon, which raises speed and lowers attack. And I got modest on my Espeon, which raises special attack and lowers attack. Modest is basically the ideal Espeon nature, because Espeon almost never wants to use his attack stat, so you want something that lowers attack, and usually you want either raising speed or raising special attack. And so raising special attack I tend to lean towards anyway, but I would have accepted timid. And then we got timid on Umbreon, and again, Umbreon also doesn't really want to use his attack, not in this game, not in this generation. So that's why timid is good for it. And honestly, I would have accepted like any of the the lowering attack natures or any of the neutral natures on Umbreon. I was pretty loose, because if you're trying to get like two specific natures on two Pokemon at the same time, you might be here forever. But we got somewhat lucky. I think ideally I'd probably want like bold on Umbreon. Yeah, I'd probably want bold. But yeah, timid is very, very nice and doable still. And someone might have been eagle-eyed to notice that the stats of these Pokemon are kind of sort of different. And it's not just because of the natures. It's because they overhauled the IV system and the stat experience. It's no more. There's no more DVs. There's no more stat experience. Instead, we have IVs and EVs like everyone knows nowadays. So the short and the simple of it is that instead of DVs being 1 to 15 or 0 to 15, now IVs are 0 to 31, and they're per stat, and they don't have weird like implications on other stats anymore. 31 is obviously perfect IVs, and 0 is terrible IVs. EVs are now, instead of like stat experience where you could just gain stat experience on any of the stats up until like the like randomly high, stupidly high number. It was like the 16-bit limit or something like that. Instead of that, you now have EVs, which you gain EVs on each stat depending on which Pokemon you actually defeat. And across all of your stats, you can only have 510 total EVs. And one stat in particular can only have up to 255 of EVs. So you could max out two stats at 255 EVs each, and that'd add up to 510. And that's it. No more EVs for you. Most people are not going to care about this. It's just nice to know. That's the only real reason I'm going to bring it up. But I wouldn't worry about it. So, also in this pause menu, I want to talk about the PDA real quick. The PDA is like your trainer card, quote unquote. You can see our ID number and our Pokemon dollars we start out with. 10K. I feel like this is the first time they've actually like given a name to the Poké Dollars. And they're just Pokemon dollars. But they're Poké Dollars in our heart. We also have like this and that. We'll talk about those later when they become more relevant. Do we have any items? I'm actually kind of curious. Oh. Do we start with this? I actually don't know if we start with this. It just seems kind of odd and random, but I guess we start with all of this. 2 of everything except for 5 potions. Okay, fair enough. Let's leave. Get the heck out of here. Yo, wait up. Hey, my name's Willie. After I got a good look at you, well, I got this urge to battle you. It's like I'm compelled to. Any way I look at it, it's obvious that you're no ordinary Joe. So what do you say? Let's you and me have a quick battle. Fine. You have to battle him. Yeah, that's a spirit. All right, over here this way. Yeah, I'm burning now. I'm on fire. It's full throttle time. Vroom, vroom. Let's roll. Ryder Willie. 3D Pokemon? Ugh. Yeah, 3D Pokemon are pretty sweet. And yes, the starting of every battle is this long. And there are 2 Pokemon on each side. What? Generation 3 added something called double battles. And what Pokemon used to be before was just single battles. So it's more or less what you'd expect, where you have 2 Pokemon out and they can both attack and target whoever, including each other, per side. Every battle in Colosseum is a double battle. That's one of the reasons that this game is actually very interesting, because it's the only Pokemon game that does that. And yeah, also you might notice that there's no run button, there's a call button. We'll get into that later. Honestly, it doesn't really matter right now. Just don't worry about it, because it doesn't do anything important. So don't waste your time with it. Man, we got a lot of stuff here. We're just gonna bite, and we're gonna we probably should just confusion. Yeah, we're gonna confusion this yeah, we'll do the top one. Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, look at that sweet animation. Bye-bye. That's that modest nature right there. Coming in clutch. Oh. They actually did a pretty good amount of damage. So Zigzagoon's a Gen 3 Pokemon. And that's all I gotta say about it. It's the Rattata, a Gen 3. Let's bite you. And I mean, might as well just do the same thing. Yeah, yeet. Bye-bye. Also, I don't know if anyone else noticed, but we start at level 26 and level 25, which is kind of crazy. It's like speedrunning past the, like skipping all the boring beginning of the game stuff, being like, all right, we're just getting right into the power. Yeah, wiped out. I still need seasoning. It's a weird saying. But yeah, you're tough. Real tough. You did a real number on us. Hey, I know. Why not test your skills in Finac City? It's out west of here. You'll find trainers who are way better than me there. You should go out there and get some battling in. Finac City's out west from here. Hop on your bike and you'll be there in no time. Indeed. What if we go back in here? Listen, pal, if you're intending to travel some more, you might want to stock up on supplies here. And that's right, you could buy stuff from this guy. I don't know if I trust this guy, but he's got just status healing items, and that's it. And I don't really think it's worth selling any of our stuff, because honestly, money's not incredibly tight in this game. It's pretty easy to get money. Are you still out here? You are. You just like move to the side. Cool. All right. Let's roll. It's kind of like a circle that you have to step outside of to get to the world map, and then you can fast travel to where you want to go. So Phoenix City, a gorgeous jewel of a town that overflows with water in a forbidding desert. Hey, what are you doing? Get a grip, man. Yeah, you say that, but it won't stop squirming. Makes it tough to hold on. Okay. Settle down in there. Just be quiet for a little while longer. Someone let me out! Get here! That tape didn't keep her yap shut. Hey, quit your shouting. Oh, drat, did that punk hear all that? Yeah, I did. Since you overheard us, we don't have any choice. Blame it on your own bad luck. Shady Guy Folly. You've got 2 Whismers. Also Generation 3 Pokemon. You actually fight a lot of Generation 3 Pokemon rather than use them, which is interesting and weird. Alright, we're gonna do the same deal. Just kill stuff. Attack. Full frontal attack. I love the battle music in this game, by the way. Worth listening to. Just like on its own. Oh, wow. Walk. I love modest nature. Level 27 already. Yeah, you're tougher than you look. You want to give me 500 for that? Bruh. You took out my Whismer. You're no ordinary trainer, are you? Oh, wait a sec. That face. Might you be Team Snag'ems? What's going on out there? Yeah, somebody! Robbers! They're robbers! You be quiet. We're no robbers. We're kidnappers. Get it? Kidnappers! You dingbat! Don't shoot off your mouth. Don't get all happy just on account of winning this once. The next time we meet, I'll trash you, your Pokemon, and all. Dude, you got rocked. I don't think you're going to be doing any trashing anytime soon. Oh, yuck. There's someone inside there. God, this is tied good and tight. Can you believe those people? What a horrible thing to do. Yeah, it's quite horrible. Please, we need your help. Ah, God. You got it, dude? Can you give this rope a tug from the other side? Fine. Sack's mouth is firmly closed with a tightly knotted rope. Undo the knot? Yeah. Wes tugged hard on the tightly knotted rope. The knot gradually loosened. Wes undid the knot, keeping the sack's mouth closed. Ooh, thank goodness, I'm saved. Where is this? Where did those two bring me? This is Phoenix City, the opulent city of water. This person saved you from those thugs. The way he bowed those goons, it was truly superb. I wish you could have seen it. Oh, is that so? Thank you. And, you are... Oh, so you're named Wes. I am... Again, canon names. Rui. That's right, party members in Pokemon. My name's Rui. I'm sure glad I met you. I was in the neighboring town when those two grabbed me. Oh, those guys, did they use a peculiar Pokemon? A peculiar Pokemon? No, they looked ordinary to me. What do you mean by peculiar? Oh god, peculiar. I hate that word so much. Pokemon. I don't know why I'm bad at pronouncing it either. Oh, no, that's fine then. Peculiar. Well, it's easy to see something's on your mind. You should go see our mayor for his advice. Not the mayor, dude. Oh, that sounds like a boring time. He's a very kindly person, I'm sure. I'm sure that he'll be able to help you somehow. The mayor's house is near the Fountain Square past here. Go up the stairs from the square and it's on your left. The mayor? Yes, that's true. The mayor might know something. Hey, Wes. I know I'm imposing, but I don't have anyone else that I can turn to. Please, can I get you to escort me for a while? Get your own goddamn escort. Oh, but those men might come back. Please, can I get you to stick with me for just a while? You're not going to let me say no, are you? Fine. Thank you, Wes. I thought you might say that. Yeah. If you're with me, Wes, it won't matter if those guys come back again. Thank you. Thanks for joining me for a while. God, a while. That's how they say. Became a partner. Well, just for a while. 5 years later with a mortgage. Anyway. Yeah, we now have Rui with us. What, can I talk to you? I can't talk to you. What do you gotta say? You know, you two make one attractive couple. It makes me a little envious. I don't know, the pigtails, really? It's like cheap Misty. Knockoff Misty. Chinese Misty. The mayor's house is near the Fountain Square past here. Go up the stairs from the square and it's on your left. Yeah, so you said. I like how they just left their car here. We should take this for ourselves, honestly, but... Anyway, we'll like actually get into the city and stuff in the next episode. So, do the YouTube stuff. Like the video, subscribe, dislike the video if you want. And I'll see you over next time.